Thank you, Honourable House Chairperson. The ACDP notes that 2025 marks the 30th anniversary for the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, a blueprint for women and girls' rights worldwide. The ACDP is also cognizant of the need to address the disparities, inequalities, vagaries, and abuses that exist, particularly when it pertains to women and the girl child. To a large extent, these inequalities negatively discriminate against women and necessitate that legislative interventions be put in place to mitigate and eradicate gender-based violence and unfair practices against women. It bears repeating that the ACDP unashamedly, unconditionally, and unapologetically adheres to a biblical worldview, which teaches us that there is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, male nor female, for we are all one in Christ. And when it comes to gender, titles, and positions, Peter reminds us in the book of Acts that God is no respecter of persons. History still speaks of great women like Rosa Parks, Anne Frank, Sojourner Truth, and Harriet Tubman, the latter two women born into slavery, but dedicated their lives to freeing slaves and advocating for the rights of African Americans and women. Biblical history reminds us of strong women like Deborah, who judged over Israel. Hannah, though barren, gave birth to Samuel, one of the greatest prophets of Israel. Esther, the queen of Persia, was prepared to lose her life in order to save her nation Israel from the destructive schemes of Haman. And Rizpah, a grieving mother in the book of Samuel, whose two sons were ritually slaughtered and hung outside the city gates. But as a woman, Rizpah, as a mother, she refused to leave the bodies of her sons. And for 6 months, she fought off the birds of the air and the wild animals and would not allow these wild animals to touch the corpses of her boys. Our townships and communities are filled with young men and women threatened and violated by drug peddlers, gang bosses, and human traffickers. On this International Women's Day, the ACDP calls on all women, men, and all political parties to be like Rizpah and refuse to hand over your children to the vultures. Let us not allow the powers that be to divide us into matriarchy, patriarchy, us and them. But let us fight together for the future of our children and our children's children in this beautiful country, South Africa. I thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member.